going to be doing the AMX 5100. I just got done with the AMX M445 yesterday. I grinded it out and got this baby fully upgraded last night. And I have to say it's a pretty good tank. I've enjoyed it so much. It's a very fun tank. It's a lot different from the AMX M445, but a lot alike at the same time. Its playstyle is a little bit different. It can play the same way. It can play a long-range fighter, but you're just gonna have to get used to that 3-second aim time on all these guns. And I think that, yeah. And the X3 is .36, same as the AMX M445, but you're just gonna have to get used to it. But it's been fun. The first gun is dreadful. The second gun is decent. I mean, it was pretty easy using the second gun. Way easier than using the 170 pin. This gun right here is horrible. But the good thing is that you get this research for free if you researched it on the AMX M445, which I actually think it is mandatory that you get it. So, yeah, that's the good part about it. And it's going to cost you 176,000 silver. So, I had to actually use this gun, grind that much silver to get this because I was that low on silver. And then I just kept grinding all night and got this, and I actually stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning getting it, which was kind of bad, but I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, the gun-wise, it's phenomenal. I mean, you're making tier 10s wish they didn't run into you. Making tier 9s, you can clip most of tier 9s except for maybe the tier 9 heavies and the tier 9, some of the tier 9 tank toys like the Tortoise. I believe the Doom Turtle. It just depends on how much health. I think it's 1900. I can't tell you for sure. 1700. No, you can actually clip that as well. Anything under 1800 you can clip. Max clip damage for it is actually 1800. So that's your max. So anything under that you can clip. That's your death drop right there. And it's very fast once you get it fully upgraded. It's a very maneuverable tank. And as you saw there on my cruise, I have clutch braking and 6th sense. I don't know why this used to be with my AMX 1390 crew. And that's why I have paratrooper being researched. But it's been a fun tank. The damage is phenomenal. The gun is phenomenal. The pin on this thing is phenomenal. 232. It's the highest for every non-premium heavy tank for tier 8. The Lurver and the T-34 have more pin, but that's the only ones that are the heavies. And that autoloader is 6-round clip. The main thing that demolishes this gun, two main things. Aim time is 3 seconds, pretty slow. That's the thing that's not very fun with long range encounters, is because you gotta wait for 3 seconds just to shoot, and then you gotta wait another 3 seconds plus the 3 seconds of between rounds. So you're waiting a good 6 seconds between rounds, and I mean, it's good, but isn't good at the same time. So that's why it's good to get close to your targets and just keep shooting every 3 seconds, and they'll be dead pretty fast. This tank, tier 8s don't really bother it, tier 9s don't really bother it, tier 10s, I mean tier 9s, some tier 9s like maybe the E75 and the VK45 from the 2B and all the heavies. Mediums can be tricky too, but you can end up really hurting them if you get all your rounds in. If they're not dead, then they're going to be at least 50 to 100 health left. And I mean, it's a very fun tank. For tier 8, you wouldn't expect it to be this good, but it's that good. So there's not much I can tell you more about this tank other than it's really fast, its gun's really nice, and its armor-wise, it's only good against tier 6s. I've noticed, like, tier 6 76mm cannons, the 75s, most of the Americans, and maybe some of the British 75s bounce off of it, but other than that, you're not going to bounce. fun little thing if you're ever trying to use this and you know that you're got like maybe 5 seconds left before you reloaded, and there's someone right smack in front of you, and you're trying to just hope for a lucky bounce. Point down, because that little, I'm gonna actually point to it. Those little cheeks right there, those line up to about 183 millimeters armor. When you point it down, it gets a little bit better. So you got a higher chance if they're going to shoot you in the turret. But if they shoot you anywhere around there, they're going to ping you pretty easy. About, see, right here and right here, about 101. Treat those like you would that V215B's little weak spots. And you're going to find out on the AMX.5100 as well, because it's actually the same hull, just improved. In the front, it has a beak instead of that little slope. But this slope right here, basically what it is right there is a good 135 millimeters of effective armor. So that's why you're going to be bouncing tier 6s. Other than that, don't rely on armor. The side armor is paper thin, and so is the rear. And the front armor is paper thin too, but I mean, tier 6s, it's a little bit tricky to pin. One tank that you'll notice that bounces off you lots is the T-37, the American tier 7 light tank, and you'll encounter those all the time. Right now, if you're just now getting it at this point in time, you're going to be finding these all the time. And sorry, that's actually tier 6. I don't know why I said tier 7, but you're going to be encountering those a lot because they just added this line to Xbox, and everybody is just going for these monstrous little light tanks. And well, yeah, everybody knows why. You got that T-49 with the 152 dirt demolishment cannon, but T-37, as you see, it's only 150 millimeters of penetration. So I mean, you're looking at good bounces off the front. And I mean, if you look now, don't look at that. I don't know if they want me to play or not, but if you look at it, if you watch the American light tanks now play, I've noticed that they're spamming gold rounds just like you would an E100, and it's actually pretty hysterical to watch everybody spam gold, but it's aggravating too. You don't like seeing someone shoot a million red rounds at you in five minutes, and you're just like, why is this happening? Why is everybody using Prem? Well, they don't have much pin, and I mean, that's not really a good excuse, but that's the reason. But enough with that. That's not even where we're supposed to be on. But alright, let's go with this. Let's go look at some gameplay. If I don't do good this game, I'll try another game. And if I don't do that game well, I'll just cap over the good parts and the bad parts. So, alright, here we go. And sorry if you hear any voices. My family is in the other room carving pumpkins for Halloween, and they're having a big old fun time. I'm not really a big fan of pumpkins. I can't stand the smell of them. But yeah, and here's a good map for this tank. Hopefully it's not tier 10. I can't stand playing tier 10s. But I mean, yeah, this tank, like, you should have seen. I wish I could have put it in a game. Oh, I think it was 2 games ago. I was, let's see, I want to say it's Proganovka. But I was coming around the corner and I didn't clip him fully. He had a little bit of health, and I killed an E100 and an IS-30 at the same time. And you know, I'm actually going to start recording a lot more, because every time I record, they put me in the best matchmaking, and this is great matchmaking for me. Hopefully I can show you the pros and cons of this tank. The only one that I see is going to be a pretty tough challenge, or two, is the KB4 and that T20 Proto. And here's what I'm talking about, the bad reload. 50 seconds if you don't have the crew all the way trained, and if once you do it, I believe it's 47 seconds. Still pretty slow, but it just gives you that 3-second faster, so could save your life in some situations. But as you can see, it's very slow reload. So I posted a video, or I was trying to post a video before this, and my family got loud, so I decided to retry it later today. But what I was talking about is that you got to play this as a major support tank. In a matchmaking like this, it is your responsibility to take on the biggest and the baddest tanks, because you're gonna have the clip potential to kill them easily. So say there's a tier 8 in front of you, and there's also a tier 6. Don't be that douchebag that just goes for the kill. Get the tier 8 out of there, because you're going to kill him if you pin every round. Now, I don't want to take shots at him, they got him. It's very good to use this, get close into the battle, get up in the city where you can hide from your targets. And I want the KB4, I want him to present his side or something like that. ARL, I'm just going to let him shoot at me, I don't really care. Don't get caught there. But you gotta play this really safe. You gotta make sure that you're not in a bad position. Now the ARL, I think he's kind of hungry for me. I don't want to have to kill him, but I guess it's just gonna happen. Oh god, I can already smell the pumpkins in the other room. Jesus. Pumpkins are by far the worst smell in my opinion. I just can't stand them. We're trying to get this KB4 side. Oh, I'm gonna try and get away. Try to reload. Another thing is the way that I have the command system is if you're pointing at a friendly, it's not going to let you actually say you're reloading. So point to the ground when you do it, or point up so you're not actually locked on. Like when it shows a green over him, it'll say halt, and it's kind of annoying. Just like stop and you say that I'm reloading, so my teammates will understand. Sorry. But like I was saying, communication, well, like I said, was you're a support tank, and communication is key because having an autoloader, you're gonna have to, teammates are gonna have to know when you're reloading, and it's very important. And I bounced my last shot, but as you saw there, I got pretty unlucky there. Hopefully this Tiger 2 can finish him off. That's what I'm hoping for. But communication is key, just because you need to tell your teammates that, hey, I'm reloading. You need to be a support tank for this. Simple fact is, you need to save your teammates because you need your teammates in other situations. You're going to need them so you can reload. So that's just how it is. You need your teammates so you can live, basically, because the 50-second reload, yes, you got the maneuverability and speed to get away from most targets, but if they're being a light tank, they're a pesky medium or pesky light tank, or some actual tank destroyer, say the Hellcat or the E-25, they're just going to follow you around and just keep picking out you, and that 50 seconds is going to give them plenty of time to most likely kill you. So you just got to be ready and prepared for that, and you got to be. And the best tactic, for what I can tell you, is long range tactics. You can fight at long range engagements. That's what I was trying to say. You can fight at long range, but your 3-second aim time is going to really hurt you because you're going to be taking 6 seconds between a round. I believe that's what it is. I think it's 3 seconds between each round, and then you're going to need 3 seconds to aim in correctly. And, I mean, you can take those pop shots where you don't even care. You just shoot early, and you may get those shots in. But it's better safe than sorry. And like you saw there, I took that just random shot, and it costed me my life. But I did get some good damage in, so I still will be rewarded pretty well. We still won the game. And that's all that matters, is that we won and that my teammates are alive and that all that good stuff. And yeah, so that's how you basically, I'm going to play one more. Hopefully I can get a little bit more gameplay in so you guys can understand what to do. 2,400 damage, not too bad. And that's basically what you do with this tank. If someone's going to mess with you, like, I didn't really care for the kill the ARL. I really didn't. It wasn't that big of a deal to me to kill him. But he followed me, and he was hungry, and he wanted to kill me, so I made him pay for it. and that was his decision, and he paid for it. So yeah, my opinion of you, or my advice to you, sorry, is if you see this tank and you know it's reloading, then try to kill as fast as you can. But if you know it's reloaded, or you don't know necessarily, but you know that he has a round in his gun, don't try to fight him. Don't. Especially if you're tier 8, and even if you're tier 9, even if, say, you do have enough health to last his shell potential, or his clip potential, you're still not going to be feeling good after getting those shots put into you. Yeah, the KV-4 got lucky there just because he had a really good angle on him, but that's the only reason why I bounced there. And here's a map here is a battle that you'll see a lot. Tier 9s, you'll see a lot of tier 9s in this, but I've noticed that this thing likes to get a lot of top tier matches too. But tier 9s, like I said, they don't bother you as much as other tier 8s. From what I've learned, I think the biggest bane to this tank are, well, really nothing, to be honest. Nothing at all. Nothing's really a bane to you until, well, everything really is once you've shot your rounds. But nothing's a bane to you as long as you can, or nothing's a threat to you if you are reloaded. You're fine. You can scare off your targets if needed, and most of the time you can kill them unless they're tier 10 and high health pooled tier 9s. And as you see, my reload's going down slowly. I got 49 seconds now. But yeah. As you can see here, that speed for this tank is amazing, and the acceleration is quite good. I believe this is an 850 horsepower engine, so it's very nice, and this tank is surprisingly pretty heavy. I believe it's around 40 to 50 tons, from what I believe it's like 44 or something like that, but all the French heavy tanks, except for maybe like the tier 5, are actually pretty heavy in a way. They're the AMX.5100 was, I believe it said 50 tons, which is surprising, but it's true numbers. So I mean, it could ram, surprisingly enough. I rammed a Black Prince and I did more damage to him than he did to me, surprisingly. But I mean, I rammed an IS-7 today, or not IS-7, IS-3 today, and I surprisingly killed him, and he didn't even kill me. He barely did any damage to me, which, I mean, I know the IS-3 was light, but I'm pretty sure this was light too before. But, I mean, I've had this on PC, but it's been so long since I've played it that I just can't even, I don't remember a lot. And I don't play PC as much anymore. And here comes that accuracy. You notice that I didn't really reload or aim in all the way until I took a shot. My advice to you is, you're not always going to get the shot in, but you have a pretty good chance if the reticle, when it's aiming in, and you see that the white line is basically wrapped around the tank, and it's all of the white lines inside the tank, you're most likely going to hit. It's just not going to be as accurate as fully aimed in, and it's most likely going to hit. Not saying that it's for surely going to hit, because I mean that's when your actual accuracy comes into play. But as you see, there's this tiger, and sadly he's going to turn in most likely. Another tiger. I want to get behind this building. 6, 5, 4, 3. And here's that armor I was talking about. It's not. God, that smell is dreadful. You see there? Looks pretty good. I want to see this tiger back out, but if I need to, I'll have to reload. Actually, maybe the KB put it from the last game. Don't know for sure.